What's up everyone, welcome back to another Master 3 video, and today we are doing another tier list. Ooh. Well, we haven't done a tier list this month yet. Last month we did a tier list on ghost types Pokemon for Halloween, and this month is November, and is the beginning, and then is the beginning of November, and is also the starting letters of normal. Oh my god, that was a horrible intro. But let's get on with the video, as we have quite a lot to get through. I'm pretty sure there is more normal types than ghost types, and this has up to Gen 8. Is gonna be no Gen 9 Pokemon here, because I have yet to complete the game. I'm still playing through it, and I'm still spoiler free. I still have not seen every single Pokemon, so like Lechonk wouldn't be here, and a few others. But yeah, let's get right into it. But before we start on the tier list, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, so I know that you guys are still enjoying this, and it will give me more motivation to do more videos like this. And I enjoy doing tier lists. They're easy to do, but they're also pretty fun to do. And I was thinking maybe doing like one tier list every month, one or two, depending on how lazy I am that month. But at least one every month. So you can expect probably Ice type next month. Ice type tier list, considering it is December. But yeah, now with all that out of the way, let's start with Pidgey. So Pidgey is a pretty average bird Pokemon. I have fond memories of using the Pidgeot line back in Pokemon Blue. But Pidgey is not bad. I'll put it here in C tier, because it's okay. There's nothing too bad about it, but there's not much going for it either. Its evolution is though Pidgeotto. I would put probably in B tier, because it has a cooler design. In the anime, it was more impactful. Ash's Pidgeotto was one of his main Pokemon in the Kanto region, and it was pretty cool. And Pidgeot I've used on two separate occasions actually. I've used it on my Pokemon Blue team, my original, and my first playthrough of Pokemon X. So I gotta put it in S tier. I don't know why I picked Pidgeot over Talonflame, but yeah, I just decided to use Pidgeot instead of Talonflame for that region for Pokemon X. But I gotta put it in S tier. It helped me through a lot of battles. I remember using it a lot. It's Mega. I'll also put it, I think I'd go like this. I put it A tier and S tier, because Pidgeot is like probably high A tier, but it's Mega. It's a very underrated looking Mega. It doesn't change much. It has like minor changes like to its design, but I like those minor changes, so we're gonna keep it up there. Rattata, controversial opinion. In my opinion, with this Rattata, Alolan Rattata, is kind of meh. This Rattata though, I don't know why, I just find its design aesthetically pleasing compared to the other Rattata, and I always it's an iconic normal type. When you think of normal type, you think of like Snorlax, but you would also eventually think of Rattata, and yeah, it just screams normal type, like a good representative of normal type. A very cool green Pokemon as well. But Raticate, I'm not too big of a fan of Raticate, and this Raticate can go, I wouldn't say I hate it. F tiers for the ones I hate, but I don't really like either Raticates. Spearow, I prefer more than Pidgey. Excuse me. Yes, Spearow I prefer more than Pidgey, but Fearow I prefer less than Pidgeot, but more than Pidgeotto. So I'll probably put it like this. Yeah, because Fearow, I don't have much memories using Fearow. Actually, I don't think I've ever used Fearow on a main team. I've just used it like a couple times during battle, every now and again, but I never had one for like an Elite 14. But its design looks pretty cool. If I ever play the Let's Go games, which is one of the few Pokemon games I've never played, I might use Sphero, because out of every flying type in Gen 1, I've used Pidgeot, I've used Dodrio, I've used I've used Articuno, I've used Farfetch'd in the past, but I've used Dragonite, but I haven't used Sphero as a flying type yet. Jigglypuff, you can't really say anything too bad about Jigglypuff, except that in the anime it was quite annoying, so I'll probably put it here below Pidgey. Wigglytuff though would be like around here as well, like not really much opinion on it, but in Pokemon Unite, Wigglytuff is my main for support, so I gotta put an A tier. Yeah, it's so fun to play. Just put people to sleep and just slap them to death. Now Meowth. Meowth is a pretty cool Pokemon, iconic Pokemon in the anime, but in the games it's kind of bland. If it's not talking, then it's not really that cool. I'll put it in like, I'll put it B tier, because yeah, it's still kind of meh. I'll be honest. It's just like a cat with like jewels and gold on it, but it's nothing special. I like the fact that it got like multiple regional variants, because you know, cats are like global. Persian, again, not really much to say about it. This thing doesn't need to exist. Farfetch'd is one of those underrated Pokemon that deserves an evolution, and it eventually got one, but it got a Galarian variant to go along with it, which I didn't like, because regular Farfetch'd is the one that needed the buff. So I'd put in like low B tier, probably higher than Meowth or Spearow. Though Duo, it was fun to use, interesting concept. I'll put it above Rattata. Dodrio, yeah, I gotta put it up here in A tier. It was fun to use in my Fire Red or Leaf Green, I can't remember which one, but yeah, Tri Attack, it's just so strong. Lickitung. This Pokemon doesn't need to exist. I'll put a high C tier. Excuse me. Chansey. It's I use it a lot for like EXP grinding, especially in Pokemon Ultra Moon, where I'm just grinding a lot, like fighting Chansey, SOS battles. So I'll probably put it here. And if I'm going quite fast, it's because last time I was expecting my ghost type video to go like 20 minutes. It went on for like 40 minutes. So I'm trying to go as fast as I can so I don't bore you guys out. Kangaskhan. I want another kangaroo Pokemon, because it's been 9 generations since we've got one. Maybe got one this generation and I didn't know about it yet. But yeah, Kangaskhan, not really one of my favorites. It's okay. It's above Persian, that's for sure. Mega Kangaskhan was fun to use at a time, but it got really annoying. So I'll probably put it high B tier. I wouldn't say it's A tier level compared to Tauros. I've used Tauros. I forgot which Kanto game it was, but I used Tauros in a Kanto game. It was pretty fun to use. I know it got a new variant for Scarlet and Violet that I have yet to catch, but I've seen it in the wild, and yeah, it looked pretty cool in game, but I still have yet to see its official art. Tauros is one of those like iconic Pokemon that, yeah, I wish would get more attention, because it was pretty good in Gen 1. After that, it kind of fell off-ish. Ditto, I mean, Ditto gotta be high B tier or low A tier, because without Ditto, most of my Pokemon wouldn't exist. It's done a lot of Ditto breeding. And Masuda method breeding. Yeah, Ditto was a very crucial Pokemon. Eevee, S tier. I love Eevee, man. Eevee is such a good Pokemon. Its concept is amazing. It evolves into an amazing Pokemon. I even have an Eevee plushie right next to me. Excuse me. Still a bit sick, but I'm still recording anyways. But yeah, Eevee, you can't deny it's one of the best Pokemon of all time. I like it way more than Pikachu, and one of my friends was quite surprised that I liked it more than Pikachu for some reason, which I don't know why. Uh, this Eevee, I wouldn't say it's S tier. Put a high A tier, the Gigantamax version. It's adorable, but nothing can beat the iconic Eevee. Porygon, another Pokemon I don't really have much opinion on. Yeah, I have not really used it, except that it should come back in the anime. I'd say maybe it's, I would say it's below Pidgeotto. Snorlax. Snorlax is an iconic Pokemon. I'll put him here, and this Gigantamax is really funny. I've yet to catch it, but I want to catch it so badly. So I'd probably say it's above 0. One of the few Gigantamax that I'd say are better, normal type Gigantamax that are better than the original. Sentret, I don't really have much opinions on it. Probably down here in C tier. Furret, another iconic Pokemon. Furtwalk, amazing, amazing meme, and like it's actually extremely tall, compared. Well, not really extremely tall. It's just like surprisingly tall. It's taller than Charizard, which I find really interesting. It's really cool. It has a lot of good moves. Like its moveset is really good. It's adorable. And just all around like one of the better early route rodents. Hoot Hoot, Knockdown, both kind of the same. I tried using it in a Crystal playthrough, but I never really got far with it. I'd say it's, yeah, about here. And I guess Knockdown, I like the one with Fearow. Igglybuff doesn't need to exist. It's cute, but that's about it. It doesn't really need to exist. Apom. Apom is one of those Pokemon that I really enjoyed watching during the Diamond Pro anime. It's like very charismatic. I just thought it looked very cool at the time as well. And I wish it didn't evolve into where is it? Into a piece of garbage. Okay, moving on. Girafarig. Girafarig really needed an evolution. Luckily, I got one with Farigiraf. And I always thought it was one of those cooler Pokemon because we rarely have giraffe Pokemon. We don't even. No, it's like the only giraffe Pokemon. I'm pretty sure. We don't have any other giraffe Pokemon. And giraffes are really cool animals. Its concept is pretty cool as well. Just, yeah, it deserves more love. And I might consider using it in Scarlet and Violet, but we'll see. Because I already have like a team of 9. And I want to max out at 12. Now, Dunsparce. This one is indeed on my team in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In fact, it was a special Terra type. I'm pretty sure it's Poison that I caught. I've yet to evolve it, but I know it evolves into something because I have been spoiled, but I've yet to see the evolution. And I am quite excited to use one. So, I guess got here. Like, could you imagine my surprise when I made the video of Pokemon that deserves evolution, and then Dunsparce got an evolution? From the video, 1 Pokemon out of 5 actually got a new evolution. That was quite shocking to me. Teddy Ursa, pretty cute, but I'd say it's okay. I'd say like better than, it's less than Farfetch. I should move some people down here. Yeah, this makes a bit more sense. Ursa Ring, just a cool bear Pokemon. It's just not really too interesting. Luckily, it got an evolution. It's not really that special. It's just an ordinary bear. But Ursaluna, we'll get to Ursaluna. Porygon 2 is another fun Pokemon I enjoy using. More than Porygon Z. Eviolite, Porygon 2 was so much fun to use in competitive. It's really strong. And I really wish I could use Porygon Z in a playthrough, but like you need a trade, so that's like a problem. Stantler, one of those Pokemon I felt like was underrated. Luckily, it got an evolution, which I quite liked. I really like Weirdeer, and Stantler was actually pretty strong during my Legend Arceus playthrough. So I'd say like, yeah, a bit higher than Persian. Smeargle, I'm not the biggest Smeargle fan. Miltank. Okay, this is gonna be a controversial one because normally everyone hates Miltank. Like strangely, I don't mind Miltank. I never struggled with Whitney's Miltank at all. My Quick Lava just burnt her alive. Yeah, to be honest, Miltank doesn't deserve the hate it gets. It's like, yeah, it's not really that deserved. I'd say like probably, yeah, probably higher than Ditto, around this much. Yeah, this seems right. But Miltank doesn't deserve all the hate it gets. Blissey, without Blissey, a lot of my level 100 Pokemon won't be level 100. So I gotta put Blissey up here. Zigzagoon, one of the OG normal type rodents that I've used in a playthrough team. Not playthrough team, I just used a lot because it was a good HM Pokemon in Omega Ruby. I'd probably say like one of my favorite non-fully evolved. Yeah, so I'll probably put it like around here. Maybe like above Porygon. This Zigzagoon Galarian was definitely an upgrade. So yeah, about here. Linoon, I'd say I like more than Zigzagoon. But this Galarian Linoon, it looks really cool. It's the way it moves in the overworld. It's just really like, I don't know how to describe it. It scared me the first time I saw it running around like that in the overworld. But yeah, it's a really cool Pokemon, and I used it on my main team as well. Tailo, another Pokemon I used on one of my teams, my original Oras team. I used Tailo and Swellow. So it's probably my favorite, probably tied for like my favorite bird, regional bird. I'd probably rank it above the Duo and then Swellow. I'd probably put it high A rank. Yeah, like around here seems right. Slackoth, not really a Pokemon I care too much about. Vigor, yeah, we'll go to Vigoroth after. But Slacking, once again, not really a Pokemon I really care too much about. Vigoroth, on the other hand, it was really cool when I first saw it, but then now, like, it's kind of meh. I'm be honest, like, the first time I saw it, it looked really cool. Like, the first time I saw it was in the anime, but then once I tried using it, it was not really that powerful as not as powerful as I thought. It was pretty powerful, but definitely deserves better than to become Slacking. I want to try using a Eviolite Vigoroth like in a main series team. Strangely, I have used Exploud in a Pokemon team before, and yeah, you guys can go there. But Exploud was very strong. It was an underrated normal type in my opinion, and yeah, surprisingly, it was really good. I don't know how it was that strong, but it had like good coverage, and it was like, I think it just got a bunch of like high attack IVs or something because it was one of the stronger Pokemon on the team. I forgot which playthrough of it. It was a Gen 3 game, that's for sure. It was like Ruby or Sapphire or Emerald. But yeah, Exploud was so strong in that game, in that playthrough, surprisingly, shockingly. So I have a few good memories with it. Azurill doesn't really need to exist. Skitty, I'd probably put it like around the same as like Azurill. Delcatty, not really one of my favorites, but definitely pretty decent. I wish it got something like an evolution, because normalized Delcatty is kind of doo-doo, but it could definitely like use normalize for like fun strategies, like skill swap strategies. But as just Delcatty on its own, it's kind of meh. Spinda, around the same as Smeargle. I don't get why it exists. Swablu, I forgot this thing was a normal type actually. That was just pure flying, and then I know it became Flying Dragon. It's okay. Zangoose, this one is really cool. Zangoose is one of the better pure normal types, and it's actually pretty usable as well, being a single stage evolution normal type. I wish it got like a B evolution. Same with Survivor. Cast form. I'm not one of those people who dislike cast form. I know people, it's either you dislike or love cast form. but I'm somewhere in between. Castform's concept is pretty cool. I just wish it had better stats so it's usable. Kecleon deserves an evolution. Looks pretty cool. What more can I say about it? In the whole games, it was pretty fun to see it go invisible and then having to find the... I forgot the item, but having to get the item to see it, and then it was blocking the paths. Pretty cool concept. Starly, around same as Tailo. Like I think I prefer Pidgeotto over Staravia, but Staraptor is tied probably for my favorite like bird Pokemon. Why is Swallow here? Swallow should be up here. Toro should be here. Tied between Swallow and Tailo. Sorry, Swallow and Staraptor for my favorite regional bird. Personally, I've like Swallow is more nostalgic to me, but Staraptor is much stronger, so I'm probably put Staraptor up there. Bidoof, Bibarel. I'll put Bidoof up here actually, considering it is a good HM Mule. Baniri, another Pokemon that I don't really seem to care much about. In anime, I forgot about Baniri. I'm pretty sure it's Dawn. Her Baniri is kind of funny at times, so probably put it above Slackoff. Lopunny, put it like here. I really want to use it on main series team, preferably in Gen 6, where I can get a Mega Evolution, because I'm a big fan of its Mega. It gains the fighting type. It's really strong. So like it made Lopunny turn into a much stronger Pokemon, which I like, and I'll probably put it up here. Yeah. Like, I like when Megas give Pokemon that aren't really used that much better buff, so it'll make them usable instead of just giving like pseudo legendaries, which I dislike because they're already strong. Glameow, not really one of my favorites. Neither is Purugly. Happiny doesn't need to exist. Chatot, it's alright. Munchlax, it's also alright. I put it here. Licky, like I like it about the same as Lickitung. I really don't care about it. Porygon Z, it has a cool concept and design, but I wish it was usable in game. Now the first normal type legendary on this list, Regigigas. I gotta rank it like, in my opinion, maybe Regigigas like, like around here. Big leader of the Reggies, like a big titan, like carrying mountains. It's a really cool Pokemon, but I just wish it didn't have a bad ability. Maybe nerf its stats, but then like give it a better ability. And who could hate Arceus? Arceus is a really cool Pokemon, and would definitely just be a Pokemon that I would use a lot if it wasn't banned and competitive. But yeah, Arceus is up there, being one of the coolest in concept, in design, in battle style, because you can basically have any type of set on Arceus and it will be usable. Like you can have a defensive steel type, an offensive fire fairy type, like you could basically do anything on it with it. Patrat, Watchog, Lillipup is one of the better non-fully evolved normal type. I remember like just running around breeding Pokemon in the Ultra Moon, but I ran into the grass patch accidentally to find a shiny Lillipup, and that was like one of the good memories I have of Lillipup. But other than that, I never really used this line. Probably put it at like the same here, and like around here. Pidove, probably my least favorite bird, regional bird, and it's a lot of people's least favorite regional bird. So Tranquil, not much better. I like it more than these though. Unpheasant, I don't get the hate of like Unpheasant is a pretty decent Pokemon, but yeah, it's not really as good as the other regional birds, but it's still pretty decent. Audino, probably like same amount as Chansey. Mega Dino doesn't really improve much, in my opinion. Yeah, I guess we can move it up. It does like improve Ladino, like I said. I like Pokemon that Megas that are improvements. But then, let's get to this masterpiece. You go up there, and you go up here. These two are one of my new favorite Pokemons of all time. Like, they were so good in Legends Arceus. Their designs are amazing. I waited all the way until the end just to use it on my team. It looks sick. I wish I have a shiny version of it. That's the only thing I don't have of it. It's so strong. It's very cool looking, amazing typing, amazing concept, and like the animated, the short animated series of Paldea, with featuring Zorua as a shiny Zorua as one of the main Pokemon. Phenomenal Pokemon. Like, I think it is my favorite normal type, but we'll see based on this. Minchino, one of the better non-fully evolved normal types. I put it like above Lillipup. Chinchino, man, underrated. Skill Link is really strong, especially with Tail Slap. I put it below Zangoose. Deerling is a really adorable Pokemon. One of my favorite, like, in my opinion, one of the most adorable Pokemon of all time. I probably put it like below Wigglytuff. One of the most adorable Pokemon of all time. Like, probably top 5 at least. Sawsbuck I don't like as much, but it's still a pretty cool Pokemon. Bouffalant. I like Tauros a lot more than Bouffalant, but Tauros definitely should have evolved into Bouffalant. But that doesn't mean I dislike Bouffalant. Bouffalant is still pretty cool. I just wish I can use it in a main playthrough. Maybe giving it like a pre-evolution so I can actually use it early game. Rufflet. It's alright. I remember, I'm trying to think of the time I used Rufflet during a playthrough. And I remember that was only Legend Arceus, where it like evolved quickly into Braviary, and I really enjoyed using Hisuian Braviary. But yeah, I'd say it's around the same level like Starly and Tato. Braviary though, regular Unova Braviary, a really cool Pokemon. It's Hisuian version though, variant is definitely much better in my opinion. Meloetta, the first ever mythical Pokemon I got, because it was like just an internet connection event where you just like connect to the internet and then get the Meloetta, which I got on my 3DS because I never gained any like event Pokemon before to that. So it's definitely up there as one of my favorites. Probably like here. I prefer that Meloetta over to this Meloetta. So, surprisingly, because I know a lot of people like the fighting type Meloetta more, but I prefer the second one. Bunnelby, one of the lower end rodent Pokemon. Yeah, just no, go down there. Fletchling, I really wish to use Fletchling. I have started new Pokemon X save file. And this time, instead of picking Pidgeot for some reason, I am using Fletchling. I'm pretty sure I picked Pidgeot in the original one because I used Pyroar, and I didn't want overlapping fire types, but then I ended up with overlapping normal types either way. So I think Fletchling would have actually been better. Talonflame. Litleo. Litleo is one of the better normal types. Early stage normal types. Pyroar, I don't really like the female Pyroar. It looks okay, but it definitely could look a lot better. I'm gonna put it like above Lightning, no, below Lightning. My Pyroar that I used in Pokemon X was the male one. Surprisingly, I found the male one on first try. it's definitely up there as one of my favorite fire types of all time. One of my favorite normal types of all time as well. It just looks so cool. Badass lion Pokemon. Honestly, Staraptor and Swallow should definitely be up there. Yeah, this looks much better. Furfrou, it's an alright Pokemon. I wouldn't say it's pretty okay. Yeah, it's pretty meh in my opinion. Nothing good about it, but nothing bad either. I'm gonna guess that this is just all the variants of Furfrou, and same with Furfrou. Yeah, I'll just put it here because I don't really have much opinions on them, except that they're very valuable at Pokemon Home. Apparently, you can go on GTS, every shiny legendary is just Furfrou. Helioptile and Heliolisk. Helioptile, I'd probably put it here below Lillipup. Maybe above Chinchino. Yeah, but maybe like this makes sense. Heliolisk though, I have like 3 shiny Heliolisk from Ultra Wormhole battles. Definitely one of the better normal type Pokemon. So I'd probably put an A rank. Yeah, above Ditto. Because I might use it actually for another Pokemon X playthrough, or another playthrough where Heliolisk is in the game. But it's one of the few that I enjoy, that I really like, but I haven't used yet. Picky Peck. It's not the best. I'll be honest. It's probably it's like the most average regional bird. Trumbeak. Yeah, I'll probably put it like maybe above Slacking. Toucanon is not really that good either. Probably better than. I'll probably put it lower than Fearow actually. I don't really have any memories of using it because I didn't use any flying types in my Ultra Moon playthrough. But if I do play through the game again, I'll probably use Toucanon because I know it is actually pretty strong. Young Goose, for the memes, I gotta put higher C tier, just for the memes. Gumshoes, aka Donald Trump. Yeah, I don't really have too much fondness for it. Stuffle, I've caught like 4 shiny Stuffles during Community Day on Pokemon Go, and I made my own regional variant of a Stuffle for my own region. Let me know in the comments if you want to see the videos on that region. So it's like one of my more favorite Pokemon, or at least they not fully evolved normal type Pokemon. So I'll probably put it like below Litio. The Where, I just wish it had more to design, but I did, like I said before, made a regional variant for my own region. But definitely could be a lot better. But it's definitely up there though. It's one of my, like, out of all the average normal types in B tier, it's on the higher end of that. Or Rankaroo. I remember it was pretty rare to find one in Ultra Moon when I was competing in the decks. But yeah, it's also another average normal type in my opinion. Type Null, I gotta put in A tier, high B tier. I'll put it in high B tier because it is pretty cool, and I just wish it has a really cool design, but I wish it was like more usable early on, because you get it like very late game or even post game. I really want to use it as a main series team. Same with Silvally, but I know it is a legendary, which is kind of bullcrap. I don't like that it's a legendary, but unfortunately that's the truth. Yeah, probably Ditto. Komala, another adorable looking normal type. It's probably on like the higher end of B tier. I'd say below Regigigas. Drampa, I never used Drampa. I've caught one, traded to my brother who played Ultra Sun when he gave me a Turtonator, which I did use on my team. And yeah, I like Turtonator more. It's alright. I like the lower end Pokédex entries. Squavet. You go down there. You go down there, and you move up here. Yeah, these 4 regional rodents: Ribeiro, Diggersby, Watchog, and Greedent, and then Eradicate. All kind of doo-doo compared to like Linoon. And isn't there, oh, and Sentret, Linoon and Sentret. Wooloo. Wooloo is really adorable, one of the more adorable Pokemon, but I don't like it as much as other people. Probably say it's above Furfrou. Double, below Wooloo definitely. But I say it's above Porygon. Yeah, below, above Drumbeak. Obstagoon. You can definitely go up here in the S tier. I used it in my Pokemon Shield playthrough. It was really fun to use. Fighting type would one-shot it, but it was still pretty fun to use. It looked really badass, and I have a shiny Zigzagoon, but I have yet to evolve it. I will definitely trade it from home all the way into Pokemon Shield and then eventually evolve it. But yeah, it's a really cool looking Pokemon. Definitely an upgrade to Linoon, even though Linoon still looks very cool in the Galarian version. Indeedee. Both Indeedees are, I don't like. Sorry. I think the Indeedees, I'll probably rank them like here. I don't really have too much to say about them. I don't really have much opinions on them, except that I've used this Indeedee actually a lot in competitive, the female Indeedee, pairing it up with a Calyrex and Lunala. But this Indeedee I don't really use much, and I guess just from the competitive usage of Indeedee, I guess I could put the female one A tier. But other than that, its design is okay. It's like average. I never used it in a playthrough team, but yeah, overall pretty average Pokemon. Weirdeer and Ursaluna. I probably put Weirdeer up here because when I saw it for the first time, I thought it looked so cool, looked magnificent as a Statler evolution. Statler being a Pokemon that definitely deserved an evolution, and it brought it back into the spotlight. Normal Psychic like Statler should have been. Just overall really cool Pokemon. Ursaluna, I wouldn't say it's as good because Ursaluna is already pretty strong. I know it's like one of the highest non-fully non-legendary, non-ultra beast, non-mythical, non-pseudo-legendary Pokemon. And I'd say like, yeah, it's above Pidgeot definitely. And that was actually quicker than my ghost type tier list. I guess I was speed running through it, like I said. But what do you guys think about this list? In the comment section below, what is your favorite normal type Pokemon? For me, apparently it's Hisui and Zoroark, followed by Eevee, Hisui and Zorua, Mega Pidgeot, Pyroar, Staraptor, Swellow, Obstagoon, and Weirdeer. This is a top 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I guess Tauros in my top 10. And next month, probably going to be an Ice type tier list, because we are going to do one tier list every month. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you do. It does motivate me to put out more videos. And I'm planning to maybe do some YouTube shorts in the future as well. So if you have any shorts ideas, please let me know. But yeah, until next time, thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.